Hello everyone. How are we doing on this Sunday afternoon? There we go. We are August 24th and we are getting closer and closer to the release of some new products on September the 3rd. Christmas, fall, all the good things are going to be released on September the 3rd. We've got new stuff online, we've got new stuff in a mini catalog, and well, I am falling in love with all of it bit by bit here. So for today I have got another sneak peek for you. From this one is, I gotta remember now, this one is actually within the new holiday catalog that's being released, and I'm just going to see if they've used it anywhere actually on the front. They haven't. So this is our new catalog that is going to be coming around September the 3rd. I have got a whole bunch of goodies that I am doing a product share. Lots of you are doing the product share. It's so exciting. I can't wait to start cutting and packaging and preparing everything like it is Christmas and having it delivered to your homes. The product share is going to be all the papers from both the new online exclusives and the mini catalog, plus the ribbons and the twines. I've got some amazing little sequins or loose little gold stars that I'm adding in there as well into the share. And then as always, I love for you guys to have coordinating cardstock. So I'm going to do 20 card bases, a little sampler of 6x6 cardstock, two-tone, because I am starting to do that a little bit more and using that a little bit more. And then, of course, a package of bling, because you got to have a package of bling to go with all your holiday stuff, right? So I'm excited, and I can't wait to be able to order all the goodies for you and package it up. Amazing. We've got some people that are joining from near and far. Can't hardly wait for you to send them out. I know. I wish I could just order the stuff like now, right? But I have to wait to the 3rd. I'm gonna expedite it. I'm gonna get the shares out. They're gonna be registered mail in pre-mailers and stuff, so they should get to you fairly quickly. Okay. All right. Good afternoon. Wow, it is the end of summer. I can't believe it. I am actually in, I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm in actually a sunbeam right now. The sun is coming around the back of our house right now and shining. Literally, what it's doing is it's blinding me because the light is actually shining on the silver metal here of this brand new amazing part of a hybrid embossing folder, and it is reflecting right in my face. Can you see that? It is. It's like when you shine a mirror or the face of your watch and you get that reflection. That's what it's doing. All right. Hello and welcome. We have a newbie in the group. Hello, Ruth, and welcome. I'm glad you found us. And we've got some people near and far today. If you are new, let us know. We'll give you a big welcome. And thank you guys, all of you who have been coming here and checking things out lately. Some of you guys for years. I love it. Love this community. And I have got a couple new embossing folders I'm going to share with you. So I'm going to be bouncing around a little bit today because I couldn't make up my mind on what to show you. And so many of the new products go so beautifully together that I had to combine a few of them. So I'm going to head right on down. I'm hoping that the light, it's really coming around now, does not add too much reflection to my glass plate here. If it does, I'll just have to get up and shut the sunshine out a little bit. But I hate to do that, right? Hello, Michelle and Diane. I'm glad you guys are catching live today. Okay, so I'm going to head on down here, and you're going to see this is the most amazing embossing folder. I love it. So this is the new Christmas Words Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. It is a new one that's coming out, and it is called hybrid for two reasons. For one thing, you can use it just as an embossing folder if you just want to just simply run it through. Look at that. With just some cardstock and just have an amazing background of just words. Okay. I'm going to show a couple ways which you can kind of step this up. Okay. Here it is in Old Olive. So you can really kind of check it out and see which colors you like. Do you know what I never thought about doing, and I should do? I'll just see if I have any. I think I have some green over there. Is also running it through with our two-tone cardstock. I might have to do that just to sand it a little bit, and we'll see how the words just pop off the page, or you can selectively pop off the ones that you want. That just came to me right now. Yeah, in the paper share you'll get a selection of kind of Christmas tones of 6x6 two-tone, and then you'll be able to try it out as well with your embossing folders. But I've done a little white, I've done a little green, so I have done that. And I thought that I would start though by showing you how you use this as a hybrid embossing folder. Okay, so for the embossing folder, it comes with, what makes it a hybrid is it comes with this all-in-one plate that actually fits inside this embossing folder. Okay, it fits and it tucks in there, locks in there perfectly, so that you can, if you want. I've never actually run it without the wording on it. Let me just show you what I mean. Okay, so here's just a little sample. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So it will cut out the words, and it will, if I turn it on its side, can you see that this is all raised up? So basically the blades cut out all of these raised up words, and if you put a 6x6 in there, it will cut it all at once. So you have got, if I close this up, it's hard to tell without a piece of paper in it. Let's see if I can just grab a piece of paper so you can somewhat see. You can see it a bit better when it's closed up, but no, maybe not on white. But there is actually 20 different greetings, 20 different greetings in here that cut out separately. So you can see them a little bit better on the glass mat. You've got Holly Jolly, Dear Santa, Ho Ho Ho, Love, Let It Snow, Joy, Peace, Noel, Season's Greetings, Happy Christmas, which somebody told me that was more of kind of a, instead of like Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas is more kind of European greeting for Christmas. Could be wrong, but someone did say that to me in our little team gathering we had. Cheer, With Love, Merry and Bright, Hope, Merry Christmas, Magic, Good Tidings to You, Wonder, and Fa La La. So you've got pretty much everything covered in this one folder, whether you want to do a cutesy card with Dear Santa and Ho Ho Ho, whether you want to do a winter one with Let It Snow, Joy, Peace, or something more elegant like Noel, 'Tis the Season, or Merry Christmas. So you've got everything in between. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to show you, first of all, we're going to get messy, and I want to show you how you can not only like if you wanted to, let me just see if this lines up on here, which way we would go. Where's our Merry Christmas? There it is. So you can kind of see it through here. So if you were to just run it through with the blades, you would end up with, see the texture that's in the greetings? So they would be cut out and they would be textured. Okay, this is called Christmas Words Collage. Okay, so you would have just the texture when you cut them out. Okay, if you want the bonus though of having them cut out, because this is green, and having your extra, see how there is ink that lines all of the words so they really, really pop, then you can do this little trick I'm going to show you, okay? All right. There you go, Barbara Anderson. I do believe I am right with a happy Christmas. There we go. You see, I had someone whom I can't remember where they were from mention that to me, and I thought that was pretty interesting, okay? So I have done already a variety of color combinations, and I'll show you all of them in a second, but I thought that it would be cool to see what a two-tone red set of greetings would look like, because I don't have that one done yet, and then I will have all of the different tones that I want to use on my cards. So I'm going to grab my Real Red cardstock, and I have got Cherry Cobbler. So I want to make it stand out, so I'm not going to do tone on tone. I'm going to bring in the next darker color. So I could do Poppy Parade and then put Real Red ink on it. I've decided to do the Real Red and bring in the Cherry Cobbler because I have got a plan for a card off to the side that uses kind of a color combination of Cherry Cobbler and the Real Red. So this is going to be the perfect greeting to put right in the middle of it, okay? So, all right, if you haven't done one of these before, here is your Stamping 101 lesson for this, for your hybrid folder, okay? There is another one in our annual catalog that has all of your like thinking of you, hello, kind of sympathy, and all your basic all occasion greetings as well. If you're looking for one like that, this one's for Christmas though. Okay, so I'm going to start with, you want to have a look at your folder, and you want to make sure that you are working with the side that has the Stampin' Up! Logo on it, okay? And you're going to take your ink pad, and it is a little messy. Again, I didn't bother to put gloves on it. As I was doing all of the other 3 colors over the last 2 days, I had like multicolored fingers, but that's okay. I don't mind. I will take the red fingers for you guys. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to add a layer of Cherry Cobbler ink all over. Remember, this is the Stampin' Up! Logo side, okay? And I'm just pressing down over top, just like that. And I can put a good layer on here and really make sure that I am getting it nice and inky. It doesn't matter that there is ink going into the background, and I'll show you why in a second. So it's you definitely want to make sure that you get a good layer on there, and I think we are good. Okay, now the reason why it doesn't matter if you get ink in the background is because we have got this amazing die that is going to lock in over top of it. So you just have to, before you start, kind of have a look and see which direction this is going to go into. There's my season's greetings. Here is, I look for the that one and the Merry Christmas, and this is just going to lay over top. Okay, the words are raised on this side of the folder, so you will find a spot where I wouldn't say it clicks in, but what it does is it allows it to kind of sit in there, and the edges, you know, make it so that it's not going to move on you. Okay, now Christine, amazing. Yes, I was I was going to say you can ink the other side. This is for the outline. So Christine Tublin, who is also amazing crafter, is letting us know that if you ink the other side of the folder, then it would fill in the words and make the words solid rather than outlined. So you can do either side, okay? So this side is for your outline. Okay, so I'm going to just now take a 6x6, because this folder is 6x6, so I'm using a 6x6 sheet of cardstock, And the best part is you can play around. Okay, you can see there it is in there. Okay, you can play around with colors of cardstock and colors of ink. And I'd say if you're gonna get messy, then you just run it under the water, and you have to run the plate too because ink collects on the smooth surface. But run it under the water, give it a quick dry, and run a bunch of them, and you will end up with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 greetings that are ready to go for your cards. Okay, I'm gonna run this. You let me know. This is your question. This is your question, okay? So as I'm running this, what is your favorite greeting to put on a Christmas card? Are you traditional, like just a Merry Christmas? Do you like 'tis the season, peace, joy, or something cutesy? You let me know. Okay. Okay. What is your favorite thing to put on? Okay, let's see here. I know you're gonna love it. Once you get this one, you're gonna love it. Okay, then we're gonna open it up. Oh my goodness, I can see already the tone on tone. Can you see the tone on tone? So it would look amazing just without any extra ink on it, but this definitely is so worth the mess. Okay, and I'm just gonna stick this, and it can sit for a second. Like, I don't have to rinse it right away. It's not gonna dye the embossing folder or anything. I will stick it in my sink and I will rinse it as soon as I'm done. But let's see here. Traditional Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, yeah. Or season's greetings, right? Traditional stuff. Let it snow, Merry Christmas. Usual go-to. Merry Christmas is the usual go-to, but wishing you peace, love, and joy this holiday season. I love that. So I think there is peace, love, and joy in this embossing folder, if I remember right. So the nice thing is this will branch you out a little bit and maybe use some different ones that you normally wouldn't use, because you're going to have all of them once you run it, right? So it's like a 20 and in one. And let me just pop these off. Little job. I love it. Okay, so there's the love. Noel. Now, coming up, seeing Teresa pop in here, I am working at this week on the rest of my holiday schedule. For those that are local to Victoria, I will often do a large all-day, when I run a couple of them, large all-day come and create Christmas cards. It is called my Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. We create 20 cards and we do lunch and we visit and we have a great time. See, look at that. I do have ink on my fingers. Yeah, it's amazing. I have some ladies that actually sign up and they come from up island and they come down and join for the day because we do have such a great time. So I do have to set up those. But I'm thinking that for one of the cards, I am going to have out this embossing folder so that you can run it, and then you can put 4 of the greetings, 4 different ones on your 4 cards for that particular design, and then you can take all the rest of them with you. I think it's a good idea, don't you? Okay, so there is all of our greetings. And if I hold it up close, so see how you can see how it really makes the outline that makes it a nice shadow around the words, and it really makes them pop, right? You could use white that would use that we used on trees. Yes, we could. In fact, so this is, I want to do just so you can see the difference in the colors. There is red on white. Here is dark red, so cherry on real red. This is real red on white. This here is shaded spruce on granny apple green. It's kind of nice to be able to see all of them, right? And then this is I love this one for snowy and for some of the cute little papers that we have that have the pool party and the Lost Lagoon in them. This is this is shaded spruce on pool party. Shaded spruce is kind of like a dark greeny blue. So there are some of the samples of different color combinations, right? And it does depend on the card for sure, what you're going to put it on. Like some cards will definitely, like a Dear Santa, I am doing in the month of November, I am going to be using a set of papers that is like a special delivery, and it has the cutest little animals and stuff in it, little dogs and cats and things, and like Dear Santa would be perfect for that. Okay, so as you can tell, I have run it with all of the color combinations. I've used, I think, one greeting, maybe two greetings so far on a card, but I have got, like, this is just running it 4 times. So I've got 4 times 20. I've got 80 Christmas greetings there, and you could do that in like probably 10 minutes if you dry the embossing folder off in between the rinses. Okay, so there you go. It's that good. I just had to share that with you. So we're going to be using a couple of these, and I'm going to be bringing in the embossing folder itself, because I think that a great way to highlight this is to actually take your embossing folder, and I tried to do a couple different areas of it. So the embossing folder itself, it's all inky right now. It's a bit of a mess, but it is a 6x6, right? So what you can do is you can, if there's a card that you want a certain greeting, but you also want a fun background, you can do a couple different things with this. I'm going to just show you this one here. Now I did have my, let's get out my ink. Party and Lost Lagoon. Okay. Now I'll just darken this up a little bit. So another way that you can use this without doing all the cutouts is, say you want to zone in on a specific set of words, right? I am like a kid in the candy store. Oh my God, Sandy, you're so right. Oh, tell you, it's been so hard. I've been jumping around with all these different things in my craft room, all this new stuff, using all the new papers. So you can zone in on certain words, right? Like that. So say you wanted to do just the Merry Christmas, you want to have kind of a bluish theme, and you could bring in, say, like some snowflakes to add around, and you could have just, you know, highlighted certain words by simply shading. Okay, another way you could do it, and I mean, I'm just living here because I have all this stuff left over from creating just the other day with my team. I still have my block with a little bit of green. We did some shading with a Wink of Stella for a card, but you could take, here is my Wink of Stella, and I'm dipping it in a little bit of, this is Old Olive that I just kind of poured a little bit of my Wink of Stella, did a little squeeze onto there. But you could also do something like this, right? You could paint out your raised edges with a little bit of your Wink of Stella and your ink. Okay, and I mean, they're raised out a fair amount, so it's fairly easy to just brush over those raised areas. So see how you can go ahead and do that. So if there's certain words that you want, and I mean, you take a little bit longer time, right? But if you want a little peace, love, and joy, then you would maybe make the embossing folder have those specific words on it, and you could highlight your peace, your love, and your joy, right? You could highlight those ones on the backdrop of your card. Okay, so again, just playing around with it a little bit. Or if it's something cutesy and you're going to put Santa on here, you could put magic, and you could ink out magic, and you could do ho ho ho. Okay, another thing though you can do, because of course we have all these pieces, is you could also take your ho 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 and you could pop it right over top like that. Okay, and then say we have a magic, or wonder is a good one. Does wonder? No, wonder was over here. So you have to look and see which ones are showing on your page. Let's see here. I'm looking for the word magic. I know this is the hardest part, is you got to search through the words to find it, but I'm just going to find like cheer. This one, depending if you're layering it up, it could go off the edge a little bit onto your layer, right? So you can play with it like that. Let's see. If you're doing peace, love, oh, there's my magic. See, look at that. Okay, so you can pull out different words to layer in the background, right? Okay, so now I'm going to actually make a card. And I'm going to pull in, let's see here. I'm going to focus on, let's do this one here. I've kind of doodled all over this one, although I could go and I might do this so that you can see it later, and I might pop out, say, the Merry Christmas, but then I will take the time to actually paint in all of the other words in reds and greens and maybe some other blues. So that will be kind of fun for it. Okay, so I'll put that one aside, and that one will take some time, but I'll do that a little bit later. But instead I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to add in a little element. So I'm going to go to just my package here that I have got left. Let's see here. I have got these elements that are in the Tags and More package of paper, and you guys may have caught in my 25 days of lives that I was using these for a one sheet wonder, as well as a couple other cards that had elements. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, I think, the Christmas tree. Okay, and I got to decide where I'm going to put it. Now let's have a look at this one. So you can decide which word you want it to go on. I think I want the tree kind of just hanging over like that. The 'tis the season. See that? I think that's going to be perfect. I think I need to add maybe a little bit of ribbon, and I've got a little bit left over. We did some a little bit of cutting of ribbon. We were experimenting a little bit in a little team virtual get together yesterday, and I've got this half piece I cut right down the center of a piece of our new, it's a shiny red ribbon, but I cut down the center, and I'm just taking out some of the threads here just to fray it a little bit, just because I want it to be a thinner look for the ribbon. Okay, and I'm going to get all those pieces off. It's like it's shedding like Jim. Okay, I'm gonna just put that across the card. So let's start with that. Okay, so if you're wondering how I do my creating, it's much like this. Okay, you're basically, I mean, I had some pile of stuff I wanted to play with and show you. A couple ideas in my head for sure, but often I start with one thing and my mind just takes me on a journey, and you get to come along. So hopefully, I think it's going to turn out pretty good here. Okay, so we're gonna just wrap this around. So, you know, thanks for coming on the journey with me today. And I might as well just use my tear tape. I'm gonna add this to another layer in a second, and I don't know what color yet. You'll have to help me with that too. Okay, so I've got my little hint of red there, and then I'm going to put this tree right over top. And the nice thing is, with this beautiful, clean, nice white backdrop that we've got with all of these amazing little words on them, you don't need to do a lot to the card. Like, this would be really easy set of Christmas cards that you could do. And like I said, you could emboss different sections of the embossing folder and then just piece together different words, and you would have like 20 different greetings, and you would find the right greeting to send to the right person. So let's see here. The hardest part is I have to find my actual "'Tis the Season," and I think I got it right there. So I'm going to put "'Tis the Season" right over where it is in the embossing folder, like that. Okay, and that way I'm not covering up any other words. So I've got a "'Tis the Season" in just all white with red. I just want to see if I can find it, what it would look like if we did just red. See, that's quite pretty too. Okay, so there is, I kind of like the all red. What do you think? I am thinking, oh, hello, Jackie. The Pampered Stamper is in the house with us today, visiting with her mom. I love that. Hello, Jackie. Welcome. I have gotten to know Jackie. You know, one of the amazing perks, and Jackie would definitely agree with, not only do we make cards as we teach and we love just the creativity, but the best part is the connections and the people that we get to meet. And I was lucky enough to connect with Jackie many years ago, and it's so nice to see her when we're at different events and we run into each other. It's amazing. Her and Gerard. Yep. So welcome. So there we go. There is, I'm thinking the red. You like both. Hey, the white and the red. I don't know. Let's see. Let's check it out again. What do we think? Love them both, white and red. So far, I've got one vote for white and red. Does anyone want to chime in before we stick a actual glued or a dimensional on the back of it? Red and white. White and red. Okay. We got 2 votes for the white and the red. Okay. That's what we're going with. Okay. So I will get my mini dots and we're going to pop this down. Okay. You could use the craft ink on the embossing. Yes, you could. There's so many possibilities and so many different color combinations. And that's just like the one that we have for the all occasions. For that one, I mean, you could do everything from purples to blues to greens to every color of the rainbow that you are wanting to create all occasion cards for, right? So definitely check that one out as well. But this one, like I said, it's going to be coming out on the 3rd. And look at how pretty that is. So I think we need to frame it up to finish this off. And I am thinking a beautiful shaded spruce followed by a white cardstock. So let's see what I've got. We're going to go shaded spruce and we're going to go white. Okay. So let's do a little 4, 5 1/4. Okay. So I think this will look amazing on there. Look at how that frames it perfectly. It's a nice, beautiful, dark, but still very cheery. Oh, and look at that. I got my tear tape on here. I'm ahead of the game. But it is a beautiful, very cheerful green. I love it. Okay, we're going to put this on here. There we go. Beautiful. And then we're going to pop it on a crisp white card base. Okay. Is there any reason why you're using black dimensionals? Judy, I tell you, you guys don't miss a thing. The reason why I was using black dimensionals was because I didn't have my mini white ones that were within my reach. But normally I would use black ones with the darker paper and white with the lighter colors. But I love that you picked up on that little detail. But no, normally I would use white. I just don't have it right there. Okay. Okay, so there is beautiful. Now I think we just need a little bit of bling. And I have got my mini shades of bling here. Let's see. I am thinking, do we want something that is, look at that. I think we have a winner. I'm going to pull in this one here. This is the 4-pack of the Tinsel Gems. And look at how we have got that gorgeous green in here. So I'm just going to pick this up and I'm going to drop it in our blank spots. So I don't want to cover up any of the words. I'm going to do 2 right together. 1, 2. Let's see. Then we'll just pop one maybe down here, I think. Beauty. Okay. And there we have got a simple but very pretty card, right? And I have got so many different words off to the side that I could go ahead, make the exact same card, maybe this time. And again, these sort of little elements are perfect for this sort of thing, because I could go ahead, I could take, say on my next card, do a little candy cane, right? And then I could pull in a little Noel, and that's what I could highlight. Or if I wanted to switch up the colors, look at that, I could pull it in green, and I would just pop my ribbon in a different spot, or not put ribbon, it all depends, right? So there is one way that you can use it. Now I'm going to show you another couple other pieces that I've got here that aren't just kind of plunking down your words in the actual embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in, let's see, I've got another little embossing folder, or not so little embossing folder, and this one is our gorgeous, this one here, we're talking embossing folders. This one is the traditional Wreath 3D embossing folder, and for this one I just ran it through the embossing folder, and this is, I think it's a 3, yeah, I'm a 3.5 by 5 inch layer person. That always seems to be my go-to layer, and then I can add an extra layer in there if I want to. But I ran it through the center because this again is a very large embossing folder. It's a full size 6 by 6, and here it is here. Okay, so you can kind of choose where you want to run it, and I'm going to show you another sample that has a card that I made using some of the same elements, but I ran it off to the side. So I'll show you that one here in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some pieces that I cut out of some beautiful new, again, paper that's going to be coming out. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Some traditional Christmas paper, and I'm going to use a little bit of white craft ink, and I'm going to bring out our texture here first. Okay, so you're learning a few different ways to kind of step up some embossing today. I'm going to use, this is just our craft white, and I'm going to start by just rolling it and dragging it. So I'm dragging it flat. So I am quite flat. I don't have it angled. I have it quite flat, but I'm just dragging it across this embossing folder. Okay, and I'm going to go all the way around. And you can see how this just picks up all of the texture that is in the wreath. Okay, now look how it will look as I have this right beside me. You might as well see it, but you could do the same with your words, right? So see how just dragging this across like so, and again I've got it almost flat. I'm almost have this flat. It is very slightly angled. Okay, hardly anything, and the more you put it across, the more ink collects. But see how that pulls out all of the greetings with a hint of white, right? Beautiful. So I just had to do that one too because it's here. A little show and tell extra. Okay, but for this one we are going to take our beautiful papers, and I'm just going to add these just around the wreath a little bit. We're going to keep it simple. And then you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of those greetings that we've prepared. We got to decide which one, and we're going to put it right across the center of this. Okay, so I'm going to just pop these out like that, and I'm going to let it hang over the edge just a little bit, living on the edge. It's going to go right over a little bit because this is a smaller piece, and I'm going to layer it up onto a piece of cardstock so it's safe to be over the edge. Still going to fit in the envelope. Okay, and then I'm going to put this over on this corner just like this. Okay, all right, so it's like we're decorating around our beautiful edges of our wreath. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to put that one there. That's the first one we did. I'm going to take a greeting and I'm going to go across the center of it, and this might be a beautiful one. Let's see here, we could do a season's greetings, and again we could have it just in the red and pop that out. That would be quite pretty. We could do, and we could even do, let's see if that's quite a different green. We could do the white and the red, although for this one I think I am liking just the red because it's got the light and the dark. I think that this is a nice touch to go with the light and the dark. So I'm going to put this just over to the side. And because of the detail of these words, it really does, they become part of the focal point of your card. So I'm going to put it right about there, like that. Beautiful. Okay, and we're going to frame that one in. Let's see. I'm going to do this one just on white. Let's see. Just like that. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of white embellishments in there. But that is quite pretty. I've got a lot of pop going on the card, so I'm going to glue this flat. Come on, glue. There you go. I'm going to glue this flat onto the card for this one. Okay. Now, I did say I was going to do 3 cards today, so I've got one other one again that we're going to put a little greeting on. We're going to make it slightly different. Okay, some different looks with our greeting. So there's that one. And for this one, We're getting out the shimmer pearls because I think this will be perfect. So I might even go as far as to highlight some of these little berries on here and just add little white dots on there, seeming they're already circles on the card. 1, 2, and maybe one more over here. Looks like the perfect spot. Okay, so there is our season's greetings. Tradition, thank you, Linda. Oh my goodness. I love the fact that you guys take care of each other in our little comments. Thank you, everyone. It is, Traditions of Christmas is gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Absolutely. Okay, so there is, and it comes with a whole suite. But isn't that pretty? Just that little hint of white craft in there sure does pop that wreath, right? Another thing that I wanted to mention about this wreath is that the way that the detail is, to me at least, it doesn't scream Christmas. That's one of the things that I like about it. The detail isn't like holly, right? Like it's not pointed leaves, like it's just a holly wreath. So if you want to mix it up and use it for all seasons, you can definitely do that. In fact, I have got a card that I created that is more like spring, summer, and I will show you that one in a second, okay? But let's put this aside, and I'm going to do my last little words with this one here, okay? Now this here is another new paper that's coming out, and it has just sheets of 12 by 12, all the same. There is 6 sheets of this beautiful just snowflake embossed paper. And I love this. Like this would be another one that you could easily, if you wanted to highlight just the snowflakes, you could go ahead and you can add a little color to them to pop them out in different colors. If you want to use like a gray or a light blue, that would look beautiful. Okay. But it's just a nice already, oh, you know what? I want to get my snowflakes on here first. I think I can do it without, hold on. I'm going to use this little bit of snowflake I have left, okay? So I've got a little tiny bit of a snowflake that I created, and this was the other day. I created it with the Snowy Delights. So again, if you go back to my hashtag 25 days of lives, in there you'll find a waterfall card. It was actually the last day, the 25th day, and I did using some masks that come with this set. I decorated up and did, these are big snowflakes, but I had this little tiny piece that I had left over, so I want to use this just to decorate up just the corners, and I mean just the corners of this card. So I'm going to glue this onto here, and I've got glue on the other side, so I'm gonna have to be tricky here. The sticky situations us crafters get into, right? Oh, tell ya, sticky stuff. Okay, so we're gonna do that, but I want to use another piece of it, so I'm going to trim, and you can see my time here is got glue on the other side running out before it dries on me, but I wanted to stick that little piece there, and then I am going to, let's see, I can use probably another little piece. Let's see if I were to plan this right. Yep, I can stick another little piece on this corner as well. Okay, so let's do that. I am using, this is called using the scraps, and you know I love to do that. Okay, so I'm getting everything I can out of this leftover half snowflake. It's living literally on the edge, right? Okay, So now I've got a little bit of beautiful snowflake top and bottom. Okay, I'm going to layer it on here. Hopefully my glue is still going to stick there. Perfect. Okay, so there is our starting point. Now I have got, in the midst of all of our words, we've got a little let it snow. So I'm going to pop that out. And this is going to become part of our focal point. Just like this. Okay. Love it. And we'll put it, I don't want to cover up the snowflakes, so I'm going to go like that. Okay. And then also in this Snowy Delights is just another die that it can either cut snowflakes out of your paper so that you see a different color underneath. But in this case, I'm going to use a whole bunch of these little tiny ones, and I'm just going to have them going in different places, just hanging out here. 1, 2, 3, let's see, 4, and they're just going to be falling across the page. And we're going to mix up the colors a little bit, just like this. Cute little snowflakes. Let's see, I did have another blue one here, but I don't see it. So guess what? We're going to do a gray, because I just need 5. And I'm going to pop those across like that. Okay. Now I need a snowman. Yes, that would be good, right? Now what I can do is I can then take my little tiny pearls here, and I can add a little pearl in the center of all of these beautiful little snowflakes. And now I've got some focal points on here. So I must say, with this, the snowflake paper becomes definitely more subtle. See that in the backdrop? You've got all those snowflakes in the backdrop, but they're a little bit less noticeable because of what you put over top. Now we're going to frame this in. Let's see if I've got another white card base here. I think so. Let's see, in my tower of cards, I got to have some color that's going to work. Let's see, even if we do this. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Okay. So we're going to add it to, and I might pop it out for this layer. So no matter what cards I decide to make, because I've pre-run 80, literally 80 different greetings, I can go to literally, and I'm going to show you as I lean over here, literally, see that? This stash of Christmas joy that we've got going on there with all of our different colors and all of our different shades, and I can just pop them into whatever cards that work, right? So whatever theme I've got going on, there's going to be something in that pile that's going to work, right? What color is the card base? This is Lost Lagoon. Okay, so there we have got 1 greeting, 2 greetings. We didn't get a green one made, but that's okay. We got our 3 cards made, and we went over this amazing texture here, which is the traditional wreath. I'm going to show you a non-traditional in a second. We used our words here, which is our new hybrid embossing folder, which is going to be amazing. Christmas Words Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. Okay, and again, this was real red on our cherry cobbler on real red on white, and shaded spruce on Pool Party. Okay, and then this was just the brand new snowy paper that we've got coming out in packages. And again, we stuck our Let It Snow on there. This is another little sneak peek, our Snowy Delights, which is this one. I told you I was jumping in with all sorts of things. And we made that work with our Let It Snow, with our little scrappy piece of, oh, and look at that. Look what decided to show up. There's one more snowflake. You know what? We're going to put that one on the inside maybe. Or maybe it fell on the back of the card somewhere. I'll find a spot for it. Okay? So there's that one. Now, I want to show you on a different note what can happen when you combined this beautiful new wreath, the traditional wreath, with Impressions of Bloom dies. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. And I'll post a photo of this one, a full photo. So now this is a full 6x6 card. And your wreath at Christmas time, right? And then your same traditional wreath, but with this time, what I did, I just had to show you this one because I made it the other day, just because I wanted to challenge myself to see if I could make a wreath. Even though this is like a kind of coming out at Christmas time, I wanted to create it for another occasion. And this is just sponged with a little bit of Lost Lagoon to bring out the leaves. The wreath has little tiny berries all over it, right? I covered the berries up with the little white flowers, and I did a little bit of a watercolor technique on some Impressions of Bloom, some other dyes that we had to make some beautiful purple little flowers. And then the You're Amazing is from our Scenic Adventure. So that is just a totally different look for this embossing folder. Okay, I'm trying to think I've got, that's it. There we go. So there is some embossing folders that are coming out that you're not going to want to miss out on. The traditional leaf, or the traditional wreath, and then our beautiful words here. You're definitely not going to want to miss out on that one, the Christmas words collage. Okay, they're definitely some good ones. All right, there you go. Lots to see today. Thank you guys so much for joining me once again for a little creative frenzy it was today, literally, with all of our words. And yeah, you can pop those words onto any, I think they would go with any of the bundles, any of the papers that we've got, whether it's cute, traditional. That's the best part about those collages, the different collages of words, because it does have a little bit of everything for every card. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me. I have started some of you may have noticed, there is a little subscription. I am starting a subscription for the Facebook channel, and I'm going to be on here just like always, but some of you end up getting my PDFs from my PDF store, and so there will be like a 20% discount if you end up doing a Facebook subscription for my PDF store. I'm also going to be starting to post for my subscription, just a different layout for cards, for scrappy cards and traditional cards. I'm going to send out 2 different kind of card templates each month as well. So if you're wanting to get on that, you can definitely do that, especially if you already buy my PDFs. It is going to give you a couple dollars off each one, and I think the subscription that I put it on is like basically $2.50 a month, so it's super reasonable, and you get more than that back if you know, the equivalent basically of a discount on one PDF. Okay, so just another way I wanted to thank you guys, and for those of you that do my PDFs, you'll get a little bit of a discount if you do the subscription. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you. In the link, you will find registration for my October card club is on now until the 10th. It is using the Ornamental Christmas, which is the black, the white, and the gold. It is amazing. Yes, the subscription, great question, Barbara. The subscription is open to anybody who follows on Facebook. Anybody can click on that and do the subscription. Doesn't matter where you live. But when you do end up putting in an order for a PDF, I will check my subscriptions and then I just invoice you 20% less of the amount of the PDFs. Okay. And then I can do a specific live or post just for subscribers as well. So you kind of get to know in the know of things that are going to be coming up, like classes and stuff for registration, like a day early, that sort of thing. Okay. Do I know what I'm using in November yet? I'm tossing it up between the postal delivery one with the cute little animals because of Jim. We have a golden retriever and there's a golden retriever in that, which is so cute. I like to do for my Christmas months, which are October and November, I like to do one that is more kind of elegant, traditional, and then I like to do one which is just adorable. So that is likely the other set that I'm going to go with. Having said that, I have a few sets here and I will end up doing some maybe grab and goes with some of the other bundles that are coming out, and I will be using some of them in my in-person Stamp a Stack. I always feature 5 different sets of products. So yeah, so you will see some other things come out, but the main card clubs will definitely be the Ornamental Christmas is up and running now for registration to the 10th. And then I will solidify my other one definitely in the next week. Okay. Can you subscribe or for more than 1 month at a time? You know what? I'm new to the subscription thing. I think it is just something that automatically, once you subscribe, it automatically does its thing and it just charges you like $2.50 until you decide to stop it. Yeah, I think. Okay. All right. What else was I going to mention? Oh, product share. Product share is shutting off as of September the 1st. The end of September the 1st, I have to have the registration for the product shares in so that I can tally and I can figure out how much product that I need to order so that those that do subscribe, I order enough so you get a little bit of every single new package of paper, including like that Snowflake specialty paper, the earthen metallic paper, the glimmer papers, your traditional designer series paper, as well as the specialty ones that have like the different metallics in them. Okay. And then ribbons, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do believe there is 5 different types of ribbons that are being released on September the 3rd. You will get a quarter spool of each one of those ribbons, and then there is 4 different twines. So there is 2 linen twines, which is the Old Olive and the Early Espresso. The linen twines are amazing for making those little tiny bows. They're perfect. And then there is 2 metallics. Let's see if I can grab them. Here they are here, because I'm just doing my samples. This is from the New Modern Christmas, which has the ornamental Christmas bundle that I'm using. So that's why I have them on my space, but this is the gold, black and gold, and the white and gold twine, and you get a quarter spool of both of those as well. Okay. And a package of these guys, which we are doing a shaker card in the month of October in Card Club. Okay. All right. I'm going to go. And I will see you next on Tuesday night. We are going to toss it up at 6:30 p.m. I will be here live. Okay. I will be posting, I think I just posted a reel a couple minutes ago, again, walking you through step by step on creating all of these amazing little greetings here. So you will have reference of that. And yeah, I'll post pictures of all the samples as well. Okay, take care everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I will see you Tuesday. Bye.